80s back and everything that happened in the 80s for your introduction.
All right, broadcast.
I had to stop eating oranges, man. Oranges was like too much acid, man. I was eating like 10 a day.
Lawrence Howard, we not talking about oranges right now. We are live, buddy. We are live. Oh my goodness, he talking about his orange habit. This dude.
Yeah, man. I was eating too many of them, man, day by day. Like I'm telling you.
Then he goes right back into it. But anyway, this is another POD podcast. Put out the rec. I'm your host, Brother Mordeeb, and we got a really, really loaded show today. I got a guest from Straight Up Podcast, my man, DJ Wide Body.
All right, welcome.
Pleasure to be on, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, it's good to have you come over to our house and sit on the couch and chill and all that jazz. You know how we do on Straight Up.
Yes, sir.
We get it in. So it's
gonna do sports real quick.
I got jokes, but anyway, yeah, we got a very
I love it.
We got a very let's welcome Coop to the panel.
Hey. Now that's what I really didn't expect. I didn't expect this is gonna be a good night tonight, dog. It's gonna be a good night.
Yeah.
Wow.
I definitely didn't expect that.
Yeah. It's good to have Coop on. But yeah, man, we're gonna have a really good show tonight. We're gonna talk about the 80s and the glorious days of that we consider a very good time where we enjoyed life a little bit more and things were much easier and smoother. And gonna have an open discussion about, you know, how we kicked it back then. I like to say what's up with everybody in the chat, everybody coming through. Somebody said 80s, baby. You got that right.
Yeah, Joe, man, it's all about the 80s,
man. So first thing, I want to say what's up to everybody on the panel and how's everybody doing? Pop, what's up, Pop? Go ahead. What you want to say?
Yo, man, I'm chilling, man. I just want to speak 80s, man. That's all. I'm good. I'm doing fine, man.
Sister J, how you doing?
I'm good.
That's what's
fantastic.
What about
she
you?
She sounds it too. I like how she said that. Yo, I believe her.
Yeah. What's up with you, Coop? How you feeling? I know I just saw you not too long ago. Oh, I can't even hear the brother.
Yeah, he shaped you up too, man. Your hair's on fire right now. You got you looking sharp, nigga. Oh, excuse my language.
Oh, my bad. I was muted. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, my bad. I was muted.
Make sure those filters right. All right, we good.
Yeah, we was just checking on you, saying, you know, what was up, how everything going. You know, I saw you earlier.
Someone had the lipstick look.
Yeah. We're not gonna have them problems.
I think
Wyatt a little bit. Don't blame that on me. That's your
I think Wyatt set me up, man.
Yo, you was in your settings the night before playing around with happy face and stuff, and I was like looking at you like, what is he doing? So you set yourself up. That's your setting, my brother. Yeah, I tried to put that on me.
Wow. No, somebody sabotaged.
You took them off, didn't you? Didn't you take them off?
Yeah, I took them off.
All right, then you put them on. Why would I can't. Never mind. All right, brother Mordeeb.
Nah, but that's that was a classic moment. But we're not gonna have them problems tonight. But I'm glad you came through and represented. So you know,
yeah,
because I know we have a lot of discussions about our glory years, and you would be a pivotal part of that because we all kind of hung out and did what we did during that time. So I'm glad that you came through because you're an intricate part of our circle. I was waiting on, but hopefully he'll pop in and we'll get it going from there. But this is the 80s show and we're gonna do our 80s thing. And on that note, let's kick it. And
Yo,
we are
I
back.
Oh, Dave, what's up, Dave?
Cool.
Oh,
What's good, man? How you doing, bro?
What's good? What's good, Pot?
All right.
what's up, man? What's up?
I'm good.
That
I'm
was
good.
unexpected. Damn,
Hey,
man. That
Jay.
was definitely unexpected.
Hey, man.
I'd like to welcome my brother D Pew to the show. It's good
What's
to
up,
have you.
family? It's good. It's good to be here. I just got on, man. I'm using my son's laptop, so it's like crazy right now.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
You made it. You made it.
I
But
made it.
Tonight we gonna kick it about our glory years and talk about the 80s and the pros and cons and all that jazz, and we're gonna get it in. So the first thing I want to, hopefully everybody's cool where they at. Normally we go through the rounds of asking everybody how they doing, where they at in different parts of the United States. So Dave, how is it in New York City right now?
Cold as hell. Cold and windy, man. It's just winter up here, but the weather is just crazy. It's like last week it was 68, and the next day was like 30, and now today is like 40, and it's just all over the place right now. So
that's kind of Georgia too, though. Georgia be switching like that, man. It'd be cold one day, then it's warm the next. It's kind
it's going down,
it's
man.
East Coast.
The change is coming. The change is coming, though, man. The change is coming, man. We ain't never experienced this kind of weather, man. This is a whole different type of thing we dealing with. It's a whole different animal, man.
it's nuts. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
well,
You don't even know which way it's going to go.
It was pretty nice. It was a little chilly today, but it was sunny and pretty nice. I know out in Florida.
Man, we were standing outside talking freezing. You know your ears was cold, yeah.
Oh, I didn't have on a jacket, so it was a little bit nippy. We had like, what was it, last Thursday? It was like 77.
I'm good.
Yeah, it was warm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like up and down.
Crazy.
We don't get the snow. I don't miss the snow. Snow is normal for y'all. I don't miss that. I don't miss that.
Snow is normal for us, though. We don't get it like we used to get it, man.
Yeah,
we only had that.
Like we used to get it.
No, we only had that one bad snow thing.
Yeah, but see, we get snow probably once every 5. Well, once every 4.
No, it don't. It hasn't snow here, yo, bro. We only had snow one time. No, we had it 2 times. That's it.
Yeah, but the second time was like mixed with rain, so that really doesn't count. It didn't stick really. You know,
I don't really get no parts of that, man. But
I know New York is definitely cold because I was out there making a delivery last week, man. My fingers was like numb. Your fingers get real numb out there. Woo.
Especially when that hawk hits. Oh my god,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we got DJ Widebody and Sister J. They out in Florida, so you know they nice
chilling.
Oh man, they chilling right there, man.
I don't miss that cold weather at all.
Oh man, no, not at all. We'll get cold here, but
I'll be sometimes wanting to drive through it. I'm like, you know what? Especially in the middle of the summer, I'm like, man.
I like the cold. I'm sorry, man. I like walking, my nose running and shit like that. I like that stuff.
Yeah, you can keep that. You can have all that.
But you always gotta be opposite of what everybody else is like. That's just
that's definitely 80s right there. That's
I was gonna say that. We're gonna touch on that.
That's exactly why I do it. That's why I do it, dog. I mean, not for the 80s, but it keep me young. I walk to work every morning, no matter how cold, no matter how much snow outside, back and forth in the storms. Come home, hands be freezing, nose be running. You know what I mean? Yo, it be feeling like I'm young, man. Like, I can't wait to get in the house. And, you know what I mean? I like that feeling, dog. Make you. It's actually good for your health, man, to be out there in the environment like that. So I kind of love it. I'll be out 4 a.m. walking to work in the freezing below 20s and 25.
Yeah. Let him have that. I'm good on that. I ain't.
You gotta have a balance, though, B.
Yeah. But moving right along, we're gonna jump into this show, man. The 80s was a time where, personally for me, it was a time of innocence because we didn't worry about too much and we enjoyed culture was a lot more mixed. Like we didn't have these boundaries and it didn't seem like we had limitations. There were some, but they weren't apparent to us. But It was just a time where everybody enjoyed just the simplest shit that came along with life. One of the first questions I want to really get into, because I know one of the aspects of the 80s that we can all agree on is the music. And
Absolutely.
when we listen to that music, I know for me, it takes me back to a time and I literally get transported to that time and I'm stuck there until that song is over. And if there's more music, if I'm listening to a whole playlist, then that's just where I'm going to be at for that duration until it's all over. And that's the beauty of the 80s because we resonated with it on such an intimate level. But if you had to pick one song from the 80s to sum up your 80s experience, just one, what would
Take Me On. Take Me On.
What about you?
And you know why he's saying that? Because we had MTV back then, and that was on
It's
MTV.
Take Me On, dog. Take me.
Yeah.
Weird video too.
Yo, and while we on that subject, that's what I remember from Dave. Dave, this was like the 80s. Because those that don't know, me and DRC are cousins. We first cousins. We grew up together. Dave, and when he lived on Fisher Ave, Dave lived in that area. I don't know. I know you live around it somewhere.
Yeah, drumming. Yes, sir.
Yo, this man knew everything about music. He'd pop out of nowhere and be like, he knew that when a song come on, he knew the date, the artist, the date they came out. All of this. I remember that. He used to beat on. He used to beat on his chest. That's what I remember about you.
Yeah, I'm a drummer too. So music was in my bloodstream anyway. My grandfather was a jazz musician, so hey,
that jazz,
he was a music. Yeah, he was a music man. He was an encyclopedia for music.
Man. Yeah, appreciate that.
Google. He was Google.
And I told him that, like when we back in elementary school, he was the only cat that I knew that was well rounded in black music, and he knew it from a historical perspective. I just like the music, but he was historically well rounded in all of that. And like James Brown, like we like in third, fourth grade.
He'd be like in 1968, he came out with the hit "I'm Black and I'm Proud." He used to do that. I'm dead serious. Like he used to know the date. Like wow, how do you know this?
Yeah, man.
Like
March
funky. Like Dave is the person who introduced to me. I've heard because growing up 80s, we heard Funky Drummer 1,000 times in hip hop samples, but I didn't know what it was. But he was the first person to break it down to me that was James Brown, and he used to hit that beat on the desk in the classrooms all the time. Funky Drummer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's my memories of you, brother.
Music, praise, man.
Yeah. Peace to the president,
all praise. Yeah, peace to president too.
So I would, so I would have to, I have to go with Pot on the song that sums it up for me. I think the group is called Aha, and the song is called Take on Me. And when I hear that song, that's my 180s song that
why y'all
my kids love it. My kids love it.
Don't stop believing, man. Come on now.
Yeah, I had too many of them, yo. You remember was it David?
That's the one that really like gave you
the
Journey, man. Don't stop believing. Period.
Barton Oates, David and Oates, they had that. Whoa, here she come. Hall Notes. Hall Notes.
Yeah.
Yo, those
man-eater.
All they songs. That's me in the 80s. I love all these songs, man.
So Hall of Notes for you. So Hall of Notes for you, cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I like Hall of Notes too, though. I definitely like Hall of Notes.
What about you, Jay?
I mean, I like all of those.
Don't be shy.
But I think it's Eric B and Rakim. I ain't no joke because because I remember
that was late, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I think it's late 80s though.
Yeah, that was late 80s, but it was
87. Yeah, it was still 80s.
87.
Though, yeah,
it's 80s.
I thought that was 80s. I thought that was like almost
86,
like
87, something like that.
No, that was 87.
87. Oh,
right.
Look.
Only because my sister, like, I wasn't into like hip hop. Like, I was so different. My sister was so different from me, Sabrina, and she introduced me to it, and I was like, "What is this that you're playing?" And I never forgot it. Like, it kind of hit a little different. Like, wow,
shout out Sabrina.
Yeah. So
I ain't no joke.
KRS-One, dog.
What about you, Dave?
Criminal Minded.
For me, there's so many songs that represent that decade. But we're talking to you guys were talking about how I played the drums beating on my chest. So the summer of '83 for me, the song "Juicy Fruit" defines all of that.
Dang.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Automatic. I forgot about Automatic too.
Right.
Automatic.
Rest in peace to M2 But Juicy Fruit was just because I used to hit the beat. I used to hit the beat on my chest. I used to do the sound effects and all that. Wow. So that defines.
I got that one song too. The Pointer Sisters. Automatic.
Ooh,
that might have been was that the 80s?
No, that was 80s.
It was early 80s though.
That was 83. That was 83.
Yeah. Yo, but what about yo, the song with Rockwell?
Somebody's watching me.
Somebody's watching me.
Yeah.
That comes to mind.
Oh.
So that comes to mind.
What's my hair?
Yeah.
So why? What's yours? Why? What's yours?
Man, I take a Criminal Minded, man. That whole
KRS-One.
Yeah. I remember, on Fridays Chuck Chill Out, and then Saturdays Red Alert. I run out of tapes. I start taking my dad's tape, putting toilet paper in the holes so I can record over them.
Man Down Under. Man Down Under.
Don't forget about Mr. Magic now.
Oh, Mr. Magic too. Oh yeah, yes.
On BLS.
That BLS had it going on over there too. I loved it.
My God.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still standing. Man Down Under. I like that song. I'm still standing.
I'm still standing.
Laying down under.
Wow, men at work.
Our house
man.
In the middle of the street. Our house. Remember that shit? In the middle of the street.
Now, what I want to do is the fact that everybody is like kind of blurting out their 80s songs. This is what, and keep in mind, you are now witnessing what the 80s has done when you grew up in that era, what it has done to us and what it can do to you. The fact that when people who are watching this in real time, and then they're gonna watch in the playback, but the fact that we're so giddy about certain songs that came out during the time frame is a testament to how great that time frame was.
Well, they say as far as streaming, music from the 60s through the 90s is what people are listening to now.
Yeah, they are.
What is selling the most?
Right.
What is selling the most?
I definitely heard that.
It doesn't matter which genre.
Right.
It is. It's selling the most. Like I remember, my mother used to play old Motown 45s for me. She grew up on Motown. That was the 60s. So I remember how it made her feel 2 decades prior. It's the same thing with us. Like the 80s, it just brings us to a time of innocence.
And they play it in the stores too.
Oh, what happened, Pop?
They actually play it in the stores. Like if you walk in Walmart, Wawas and stuff like that, that's all they do is play 80s music. You know what I mean? Because
also the resurgence of vinyl too, man. I just actually bought some vinyl today, man, from a record store.
See,
I went on that for a minute.
Record stores still exist?
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that.
Wow. Check it real quick if I could, man. So I got some old Linda Clifford, Pablo Cruz.
Oh,
man, listen, I got both. I got two.
Nobody knows about Pablo Cruz.
Listen,
that's late 70s though.
Let me hit him on the head with that Chicago though. They know about that Chicago.
No, they don't know about Chicago. That album is actually the Street Player, right? Is it a Street Player on that joint?
Hot Streets, and
Hot Streets. They did a remake of Rufus and Shaka Khan's Street Player.
Wow.
On that album.
I got another one.
Come on, man.
I had Chicago. I didn't have these ones.
You're supposed to be a producer or something, executive. You're supposed to be something.
Listen, I ain't giving up on that.
You're supposed to be that though. You're supposed to be. That's like your calling.
Right.
You should have a podcast, man, on just like music in general.
Yeah.
Just talking.
That might be a good one. That might be a good one.
That's in the works, my brother.
Yeah,
y'all are speaking all these things into existence. That's actually in the works.
Yeah.
You'll do a hell of a job with that, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
you do.
that's like
That's
this.
why I needed you on this panel because there's certain topics that I can tackle, but there's certain topics that I know that when you got the right panel and the right personalities, it'll just give it more life. And that's why, you see who you see today. And I'm very, very selective about who I let in my house to sit on my couch. So
as we all should be.
Yeah. So if you're here, you're here because you resonated with me with this topic, and it's a very good topic.
I got one for you. Go ahead.
One of the next things that I wanted to get into, well,
The hell is that?
Yeah.
dealing with the little one.
That's the baby.
Okay. I don't have those anymore. They don't make those type
Yeah.
of noises anymore.
Yeah, one of the next things I wanted to ask was, just like we had to pick, one song that kind of encapsulated the 80s for you. If you had to pick one, I want to go to the movies. What will be the movie if you had to pick just one?
That's hard. That's kind of hard.
I got Dre.
Because and when I
It'd be Star Wars, man. It'd be Star Wars.
Wait a minute, DCR. The reason why I had to do it this way because to ask this question is opening up the floodgates because you're gonna be going on forever with movies. So I'm like, look, just one. If you had to pick just one,
I got Star Wars, man, because that hit the market like nothing in the 80s. When Star Wars hit the market, when that came on,
I got one.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Star Wars hit like late 70s?
Yeah, that's 77.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
Now, if you talk about Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, now
okay, whatever it is.
Hey, I got one. Down and Out in Beverly Hills, man.
Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
You never seen Down and Out in Beverly Hills?
Who was on that? Who was
Richard Dreyfuss, Nick Nolte.
Mine is Goonies.
Bette Midler too,
hands
right?
down.
Goonies is one.
Hands
Bette
down.
Midler,
That's hard, man. The Last Dragon. I want to say The Last Dragon.
That's a good one, bro.
It's
The Last Dragon is good.
He fell asleep. Get pot. He going. He fell asleep.
I'm gonna go with Breakfast Club.
Wow, that's a good one too.
I'm gonna go with Breakfast Club.
I'm gonna go with Rocky 3.
Damn.
Because Rocky 3 had all the 80s icons. You had Mr. T.
Yes. And
then you had Hulk Hogan. He went on to become wrestling champion. Mr. T, of course, went on to do 18. That's another 80s classic. So, Rocky.
I gotta think about
There's a lot of because we can go to Lost Boys. It's just so much in the 80s.
Oh my God, I forgot about the Lost Boys.
Breaking. We forgot about the
Breaking.
hip hop joint.
Breaking. Beat Street. That's too hard.
That's not fair. That's not fair, man.
That's too hard.
We could be here all day talking 80s movies.
That was the point. That was the point. I had to just chop it down to one because we can go on forever about the movies and but
I think Superman was a hardcore one too. I'm sorry. I think Superman was pretty good. Didn't that hit in the 80s too?
Yeah.
78. The first one.
Yeah, the first one was like 70.
Yeah. Superman.
I'm gonna say another one too, bro. I'm sorry. I say Dallas for TV as far as TV.
Well, that
was
Dallas. Yeah, that was gonna be the next category.
You sound like my aunt.
That was gonna be the next. Yeah, that was gonna be the next category.
Sorry.
Was gonna be for TV shows. If you had to pick one TV show.
Oh yeah, Dallas was like. I mean, it's a lot of those too, but Dallas was.
I still watch Dallas, man. I'm like my second time around in like 2 years, bro.
I was J.R. Ewing for Halloween, so.
I had to respect J.R. Ewing, man. He was a creep, but you know what? I had to respect him.
He was a hustler, man. He did not let anything stand in his way of what he wanted.
Yeah,
Dynasty is good.
Dynasty.
All my children. Is that the 80s?
Yeah.
And is it still going?
I don't know, but all my children. I used to be in love with Brooke.
So I
Brooke
think
was
my
my
movie, if I had to
Different
pick one
Strokes.
movie, but I did say Breakfast Club, but as far as TV shows are concerned, I'm gonna have to go with
Different Strokes.
Rerunning them, man. What's
Nah,
happening, man?
I want to say what's happening, but I think
What's
that
happening?
might be late
What's happening
70s.
now?
I think that's late.
70s.
That's
When
70s.
they grew up,
That's you,
what's
Dre, all
happening now?
day. That's you rerun all day, dog.
You got jokes, buddy.
Alf. Nigga, we had so much Alf.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
Alf, yes.
Remember Alf, man? Alf, yo, it's so good.
Punky
Yo, there really is not one, Dre. You can't do it,
it's
dog.
hard, bro.
I mean, you got
Oh
do that.
my gosh.
7, you got Amen, you got
You know what I
Hunter.
just because
Amen,
you
yeah.
said Alf, I thought of that show Small Wonder. Look how long they
Small
were showing
Wonder.
us robots.
That's another one.
All right,
That's
my
another
name
one.
is
How long they
whatever.
were showing us
Whoa, I
robots.
forgot about
Small
that. I
World.
forgot about Small Wonder.
That
You
little
got that?
girl was a robot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
For
remember
yeah.
how
about
long
it.
that's been in our
That's a good
face.
one.
It
That's
needs
a
to
good
go.
one.
But I'm gonna tell you what the 80s had better than anything.
Silver
80s
Spoons.
cartoons. 80s cartoons
Oh,
was
yeah.
the
We ain't got
best.
to that section yet, DC.
You-
We going there.
Oh my God.
Yo, you
We
jumped
gonna
the gun
get
'cause
there.
I'm trying to hold back because I know he's going there.
Yeah, we gonna
Yeah.
get.
I
there.
want to say all of that. I want to say
we're
all
gonna
of
get
that.
there. We're gonna get there.
It's just
Yeah.
so much.
It's
Let's
hard,
go
bro.
to the chat for a minute, man. I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. My man Mark Frazier is in the chat.
Peace, Mark.
Mark,
Peace, Mark.
Mark
up,
Deion
Mark?
movie
Sanders.
was
What's
Mark
up,
Yeah.
Deion?
movie was the
What up,
Gremlins.
Mark? I remember, man. I don't know if you remember me back in the day.
Man, that nigga know who you are, man.
Remember, Mark used to
Deion
rock
Sanders,
that,
what's up, man?
Yeah, Mark used to rock that Jerry curl box.
Oh,
That's
Don't-
80s.
I don't know. I don't know him like that. So you open up a can of worms.
Trying to sneak me.
he trying to get on the show right now. Eh?
Mark remember who I
my
am, though.
God.
He gotta remember me, man.
Remember.
That'll make a cat make his first scene on the show.
I remember him.
Yeah.
He was
I got
fast
a
as
call
bitch,
for the
man.
call.
He got to beat me in a foot race.
Yo,
said-
I know he want to chime in real bad on that, but he probably like, damn, I can't get in there. I got it.
Hey, he in his living room laughing right now.
Yeah, he laughed.
Listen,
He said a Jerry curl box.
that brother could dance to some house music like it was
God.
nothing.
Oh my
Man.
gosh.
Yeah,
That boy is fast, bro.
He was fast, man. He was closest one to ever beat me in a foot race.
Wow.
I remember that night too. I remember that night. That was a long night right there, yo. Y'all was like the fastest cats on the planet, from what I know. Yeah.
Somebody said Manic Monday by the Bangles.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, y'all written and produced
I
by
wish
Prince.
it was, son, because
By
that
who?
was
Uh-huh.
fun
Prince.
day. That's all.
Prince wrote
I
that.
got that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Prince
For
did
real.
write
Prince
that.
wrote that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Prince wrote that.
Prince? He wrote
Prince,
that?
Prince
Can't
wrote
see
that.
that,
shit.
brother?
Wow. I didn't
Yep.
know that.
Yeah, Prince did write that.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't know
said-
that. I didn't know he wrote that.
If you
Okay.
listen to how the lyrics are formulated, that's Prince all day.
Yeah, that's just
Oh,
Prince's
damn.
structure.
If
Yo,
we
we
have
forgot-
questions about the music, we will refer to Dave.
No,
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dave is Google for music.
All right.
You know, man, they got-
Yo,
It's gonna pop up on a whatchamacallit, like a new program. People look up music and all that stuff. His face is gonna be there. Welcome to the library of music.
man, they got some Prince drums, Prince drum breaks. Man.
Yeah, it sure does.
And you're gonna break down the
Prince had
history and
a-
everything.
Prince was
for
a
the
big
artist.
influence in the 80s, though, man.
Let's go way back
He
when he
wrote a
first started.
lot of songs, bro.
Prince was a musical genius and played instruments, a lot of instruments. He was just
Just give it away.
he was just weird as hell, but yeah,
Yeah.
And he had a
Talented.
squad too. So
he was talented.
Right.
But we still got to be thankful the fact that we lived through the prime of that and was able to experience that in real time. You got
Mhm.
people now, especially the fact that he's not here anymore.
Right.
You got people who have to now, they got to go through the archives, but we actually live the moment.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
we lived it. We lived it.
you sure did.
Okay, but while we're on the let me ask this question. And I know you like both, but Prince or Michael
Oh,
Jackson?
Mike. They like
Michael,
Bonnie and they like the
Prince.
devil and Jesus or something like that, man. You know-
They get in yang
Prince.
damn there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
Prince.
Mike had more star power than Prince. Now, come on now.
No, I'm talking about, and I
he
don't
been
know
doing this
about
since
that.
he was a kid.
Come on, man. Michael go to Bucharest, people fainting all around him and stuff, passing out.
Prince too. Well, as far as the world,
not like Michael though, man.
Yeah, Mike had a little bit more.
Probably over the
not
world.
dissing Prince, because Prince is my dude,
exactly.
But
he was looked at as an angel. He was the angel of the boat. You know what I mean?
He's been over to Bucharest.
But if you think about it,
Mike was just the angel, man. He was the angel side. So the angel side always gonna get more, publicity because he's more fitted for children and everything else. You know what I mean? Prince was really fitted for the.
Grab his crotch, man. What you mean, children?
Oh yeah, you're right. I just, when I was showing my daughter his videos, man, I was like, oh my god, man, like, damn, she was asking me what was he doing.
It was a good crotch grab, I guess. Yes,
All right, but they both passed away. So if you can go to one of their concerts right now, who would you choose?
I don't know, man.
Prince. I think I would choose.
Yeah, I do Prince. I do Prince, bro.
I actually went to Michael concert.
You did?
Real?
I went to the Victory Tour in
Wow.
Philly.
Really? I'm not surprised, Dave.
Summer '84. I didn't want to go.
From what I'm hearing, I'm not surprised either.
I'm not surprised.
I didn't want to go.
Mike was an entertainer, though.
I was a Prince dude.
Mike was entertaining.
He was more dance. Yeah.
But see, that's a good thing. Like I said before, we live the actual experience in real time. And to be honest with you, people that kind of grew up in the 80s, they're special. I'm not just saying that shit just because, but we are a product. Nah, seriously, we are a product of a time frame that, and maybe it's a little biased because I'm pretty sure our parents is
it's very biased
about the the Temptations. They probably would say the same shit about the Temptations. But it is what it is, man. That's just how I feel about the 80s. Like the 80s was.
But it has everything in it. It's like that.
Everything.
It's like that ball that got all the fragrance in it. All the, 80s is definitely all the fragrance and everything. Like just matching itself.
I take that back because 80s did have a conglomerate of music, fashion, clothes,
shoulder pads, suits and shit.
If you go back to like the 70s and the 60s, they primarily had not too much TV because you're dealing with a lot of racism during that time frame.
Right.
So you didn't see a lot of us and whatever. But the 80s kind of was that culmination of
it's the seed. It's the seed, man. It was like that seed of the seed. Yeah, it was a seed, man. Because we experienced everything in the 80s, man. I mean,
especially hip hop. We had everything. We had gangster. We had
think about it.
We had every. Yeah, so right, Coop. I agree.
Every hip hop form we had in the 80s, man.
If y'all think about it, the 80s were the end. We didn't start sampling until the 90s, kind of late 80s, 90s, and that kind of was vaulted. Like, I go back now to the 70s, 80s, and I sample stuff from like that. But before that, now you're seeing regurgitated, recycled music. Now people are going back and they're redoing 90s and 80s stuff now. But before it was 70s.
You got no choice, man, because they got to go back to the original seed, man. Because you can't get the right information unless you go back. You know what I mean? So it's like
it's a foundation. It's a template. It's a template, man.
But also you have to remember we were born in the 70s too. So our baby ears came up in 74. So our baby ears came up in the era of pure vinyl.
Bro.
Like my mother used to listen to Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, but she also listened to the jazz stuff too. So that's our foundation. So when it came to us coming of age in the 80s, we were primed and ready for all that. Especially when hip hop came. When cats started sampling around 86, we were like, oh, I know for me, I was like, oh, I got that 45.
You remember when they was like, you remember when like the sampling, they were starting to, catch feelings like, oh my God, they're reusing their intellectual
My mother
property.
did all that. Like that's not original. That's James Brown. All that. That's
funkadelic. Yeah,
they would do that. Like,
they took a lot of
really.
Ain't
they took a lot of.
Man, they took the Gap Band and remade the rap stuff, man.
They took a lot of James Brown stuff.
Oh my God.
They stripped James Brown.
Dude, loved it.
Don't touch James Brown or Marvin Gaye. You sample anything but them two. You gonna pay. You sample them, bro. They'll come for you, bro. They got the state waiting on you.
Of course. You see what happened to Pharrell?
Man, listen, they use a tambourine out of Marvin Gaye shit. They came looking for him.
Exactly.
And that's
cowbell in this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's the beauty of the time frame. The fact that they dug so much, from, a rich culture and a rich history of our music. Will testament to that too. Mark said to Pot, he said, "Watch your mouth, Pot." That's what Mark.
I knew he wasn't going to let that go.
What'd he say?
Yeah,
I also want to give a shout out to Andre. Andre Rice is in the chat.
What's up, Dre?
Peace, Rice. Peace, Dre.
And
That's a good brother right there. I wasn't dissing you, Mark.
Mark said, "Come on,
I wanted one of
bring
them
it on."
shits, bro. I wasn't dissing you, Mark. I actually wanted one like you. I couldn't do it at the time, man.
Yo, that was funny. And keep
But
in
you
mind,
know what though? Too? I got one more thing.
What
The
made
thing
it
about
funny?
the 80s. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. You gotta say something.
What made it funny was realistically, a cold wave is a Jerry curl. That's a whole procce.
But that shit was
Man,
in
He
when Mark was
said
rocking it.
he
That shit
had
was popular.
a Jerry curl box.
No.
Oh,
Correction.
yo, he did.
Correction.
I think it was.
It's coming back
I
to
think
me
that
now.
was right?
Yeah. It probably
I was
was
about
an
to
S
say,
curl, but I'm
I was
just
about to
saying.
say that. That's what I was about
Because
to
his
say.
high top
That
fade
was
was
an S
curly in the front.
That
And he
was
can
not
tell
a
us
Jerry
now.
curl.
Frazier, what was that? Was that in the box, bro? You got Indian in your blood.
That
What's
probably
going
was
on?
an S curl.
Because he had a curl pattern around his hairline. I remember that.
Yeah. All he needed was one of those red beaded jackets. He'd have been in there.
He had
I
that
remember
one
that for real.
He had that one little curl that came over his forehead that just hooked and shit. Like, looked like a fish hook. Like,
Hey,
what's going on here?
Mark, we love you, bro. It's just
love you,
classic.
Mark.
Tell us now.
Yeah.
Hey, was that an S curl, the white S curl box, or you got Indian? in your blood?
Oh
What's going on?
man!
Oh,
Now let me say this.
Not the mansion day, the bumblebee stuff. But go ahead.
Let me say this. This has to be said for everybody that's watching and everybody's in the chat, and for whoever's gonna do the playback and watch it. Us growing up during our time frame, this is what we did. We laughed a lot and we cracked a lot. This is what we did, and you seeing it in real time.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Let's
it's really funny when
it's like
somebody
in a bottle.
they start cracking on pot and I start laughing loud, bro. I'm the next one, though. Whoever laughed the loudest, like, oh shit, you laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you,
You
but since we're on the
I know
80s,
you ain't laughing.
Right.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Especially if they got it with a good one.
Plenty of.
He got to get it next.
All that.
You gotta get
And dude could be roasting you too, man. You ain't even trying to roast him back. You chosen that the cat just laughing. You roasting you hard.
All right. But since we talk about the 80s, which one of y'all had one of Michael Jackson jackets, man?
I had the all black with the.
I don't remember you having one. I remember your brother having one. You had one.
I took his. Yeah, I took that one. He actually gave that.
Now I got a confession. I couldn't afford none of that shit. But what I did was
you had a Lisa shirt on for sure. You could.
I had a Michael.
I said you had a little. You had a used thrift shop shirt on, dog. That's what you wore all the time. Anyway.
Hey, bro, the chat is full. I don't think you want to go there, buddy. I ain't trying to go back to B Park.
You wear other people's clothes, nigga.
I ain't trying to go back to B Park.
Which one of y'all used to go to school with a briefcase?
Pot.
That was Pot.
That's DCR.
That was
Gadget.
Yep, that was Pot.
Hey, but Kareem, guess what you got for Christmas? You got a chocolate. Kareem got a chocolate.
What did he get, dog? Hold on, I can't hear that. What did he get?
That's some 80s shit all day.
What did he get?
He had the cheap starters. You know what I mean? The cheap one that the coaches wear to the games. The real starter.
No. You told him. You told him that's what the coaches wear.
No. He didn't say his brother girlfriend said to make me feel good because they was riding my shit. She's like, no, that's what the coaches wear. I felt better.
That's me.
She was lying. She was lying, though. She was lying.
Oh man,
it was just some cheap shit.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Was a knockoff starter jacket.
Yo,
made me feel better. Made me feel better for the moment.
The coaches wore.
Wow. Leave him alone. That's what the coaches
It's
wear.
authentic.
Yo, wow.
Yeah,
Yo,
man. Anybody, you did something wrong, you was gunned on, you was cracked on, you was everything was
correct,
like,
bro.
Yeah, you know, if you came around the brothers, you had to make sure everything was correct. If you didn't want to go face that, you know, because it's days I didn't come around y'all if I felt like I was gonna be gunned on. Sometimes I wasn't ready for it. I ain't going around. That's like you don't even go
Yo, this cat would not go to school because he got like 5 pimples on his face. He just
it was the razor bumps, dog.
Wow.
It was the razor bumps.
Yo.
Listen,
if he had razor bumps, he wasn't coming to school.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were shaving at a young age, bro. You had hair on your face at a young age.
I had it the worst though.
It's like, yo, ain't going to school today, man. I got razor bumps.
Actually the worst. Personally, I had actually the worst.
Word, man.
Damn, Kareem had it too. He got a name. Kareem had a name.
Kareem had his time too. Do you remember?
Niggas used to call me.
No, my shit was Sexy K.
Crispy Wheats and Pickles.
Damn.
My shit was
I
Sexy
used
K.
to put a razor on my stuff. I used to razor my face and watch all their heads like bleed and put alcohol, burn my skin, and then throw baby oil on my skin. My stuff was all like
information, Paul.
80s classic.
That's next level.
Babyface Nelson. But anyway,
I used to put baby oil after I do all that. Put alcohol, then baby. Man, my skin was so dried up, looking like
I would skip school that day too, nigga. For real.
Your pores didn't know what to do.
I took
what
my
are you
shit
doing
like
now? Oh, baby oil.
All right, it's all good. It's all good.
And you were the lover boy of the 80s. Dre was the lover boy.
I remember Pot told me to wash his face with toothpaste, bro. I tried that shit one time. Listen to the Pot, bro. Glad I'm here. I'm glad I made it to tell y'all the story, bro. I could have been
blistered up. Wow. You got blistered up doing that.
Yo, let me say this, man. Let me say this right quick. For everybody who's gonna watch this and everybody's in the chat and who is tuning in, this is some 80s shit. So we're going into our 80s history. This why we had such a great time, because it was a time where it was so innocent and we just went with the flow of whatever. So another classic 80s story. Washing your face with toothpaste. Boys and girls, don't do that. Let me ask this question. What are two definitive things about the 80s that made it better than any other era that you lived through thus far? Because we still.
I think the food was more pure. I think the food was better. I think everything had more quality.
So
you have all the hormones and all that stuff.
The cocaine was more pure back then.
And what else?
Huh?
The cocaine was pure.
What else?
Was stupid, man. It's about the cocaine.
It was. That's what I hear. At least.
Yeah, that's what they said.
And boxing was excellence too. We had greatness, like we had great champions.
Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard.
I can dig that. that.
We had all the champions. Football too. Everything was like amazing, man. Well, the sports got all great for me in the 90s.
Because you're gonna be all
Saturday with the cartoons.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah,
so
Saturday cartoons and the kung fu after the cartoons.
Channel
that's one. That's one of mine.
Driving movie.
Yeah.
Kung Fu.
You go, time everywhere. It was every Saturday. It was Kung Fu Network.
We watched the cartoons. We ate cereal, watched cartoons, and then Kung Fu came on.
For me, it was Kung Fu and Soul Train.
Alternative. Oh shit!
I forgot about Soul Train. Yep.
Hey, look at the comic, Pot.
Alternative.
You put 2 hammers, dog. Oh, don't open that bag. Please don't open that bag. Sorry.
Oh man, with the alternative. Wow.
He put 2 hammers up there.
Wow.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He did. He came back strong.
Wow.
I didn't do nothing though. It was Aaron, dog.
Yeah, he getting on you. It really was wild. He getting on you. Yeah.
Hey, that's low hanging fruit right there, though, man. That's definitely low hanging fruit.
Yeah,
bro.
he put 2 hammers up there.
Man, that was your creation right there. That's why you keep saying it, motherfucker.
Wow.
Yeah, but for me, I say Saturday mornings with that, and
we had the cartoons, man.
It's much though. The music. The cartoon.
It was a lot, bro.
I think for me, it was.
What about you, Jay? What's your 2?
Yeah, Jay, you been quiet as hell. Like you ain't even show.
Because y'all got me laughing. Especially you, Pot. I think it's when like the kids in the neighborhood, like we would go around and go to everybody's door so we could get kickball started and that type of stuff.
Okay.
Oh, snowball fight. Eyes black.
Whatever it was. Like you'd hurry up and eat your food and run out the door with the, and then go to the next house and collect the crew. And
that's real shit. That's what they don't.
You
do
know
now.
what too? Thanksgiving was very fun in the 80s. Thanksgiving was beautiful in the 80s.
I must say, growing up there, going to people's house, getting a plate and shit.
Neptune Thanksgiving Day game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Game. That was the biggest right there. The game. I remember somebody got jumped by saying,
"What's 88?"
People always got jumped on that game.
Exactly.
Somebody always got jumped.
Man. You had to be careful going to the game because you might get jumped that day.
Yeah.
Or if somebody did get jumped, you will always hear about it the next day. Who got beat up?
Right.
The news, the latest news.
I think somebody got jumped from saying "what's up," but not in a bad way. He was just saying "what's up, y'all." You know what I mean? And they all just jumped him. I forgot. I forgot who happened. Somebody got jumped like that at the game.
I was with you when that happened, but yeah, we don't know, so we can't really say. I remember though. I was with you.
Yeah, he was like, "What's up?"
He's like, "What's up?" Because but he thought it was people he knew. They took it as "What's up, motherfucker?" Right. So he ran out there like it was cool. And they fucked him up.
Oh man,
I remember that. Yeah. He's like,
really
"What's
goes
up?"
back in the 80s.
Yeah. He's like, "What's up?" Like, "What's up, y'all? What's up, fellas?" That's how he was. But they didn't take
it. The DVD, right? Yeah, I think the
DVDs, bro. You want
to
go
to
to
take it that way. They took it like, "What's up, motherfucker?" Like,
right?
Yeah.
So when he ran down there to greet him. They beat his ass. Like, damn. And we looking at this shit from a distance, like that's fucked up. You're like, "Oh, fuck, we see him. Oh, he's getting hit with 2x4s and shit. Oh, hey. Yeah, that was fucked up. I remember that.
You couldn't step on cats like Chris Johnson. If you step on his shoes in school, you was hit. That nigga.
Wow, he came as an
That's
ally.
a no. Back in the day, stepping on the cat's shoes, man. I think
that was somebody's shoes, bro.
Hot came over there like an ally and stuff, bro. Left as a foe. Jesus Christ.
I got another question.
You got a lot of questions you haven't said yet that we done said something about, but you ain't put it on the spot yet.
But you gonna make sure
we keep
you
blurring them out. Yeah, we can't help it.
Pizza. What about pizza?
We got cartoons. We got all kinds of shit, man.
I got this, brother.
What about pizza?
What about sloppy joes, man?
Well, my next question is out of the 80s, if you got to pick 2 foods that you consume the most during the 80s, which 2?
It's the same food today. Come on,
chicken. Man. Fried chicken, nigga. You
fried chicken and water,
I can answer that for Coop.
No.
Fried chicken and Kool-Aid.
It can't be. It can't be. You know why it can't be chicken?
Why? Because that's
chicken is primarily something that moms cooked for dinner. What we ate primarily as kids in the 80s,
Debbie cakes, nigga.
It wasn't chicken.
Oh, you talking about some shit that we go buy with 25 cents?
25 cent Debbie cakes, bro.
Cheese
doodles,
laters
and
Little Debbie fudge rounds for me.
Oh my, the fudge rounds, dog. Let's talk to me now. Man, I'll be a part one.
There was this store right by across the street from B Park. I used to always get my fudge.
Oh, the blue store.
The blue store. I remember the blue store. I remember the blue store.
They open that back up.
Acid.
They had that old man in there. Yo, you go in with
the blue.
Get like 100
man, listen.
Yo, going in the blue store, don't go over to the chip rack and fuck the chips up.
I was trying to remember the chips.
He had a problem with that. Don't look, if you're gonna buy chips, get the chips and walk away, but don't be messing his chips and shit up.
Messing
he had
all
a problem with that.
All the dipsy doodles mixed with the salt and vinegars.
Say that again.
All the dipsy doodles mixed with
He'll
the
be like, Come on, baby.
Yeah.
My store
Yo,
was
but
a pharmacy.
you going there with 20 cents and come out with like 100 pieces of candy.
Yes.
What about them sour babies, man? Them sour strips, man.
Somebody in the chat said his name was Mr. Will. Cat from the
okay.
store. Mr. Will. It's
Will,
funny because my brother named that store the Blue Store because he didn't know it didn't have a name. It was just
didn't
blue.
have a name.
I don't think
And he would just say, "Take me to the Blue Store," and then we all called that shit the Blue Store. And the funny shit is, we called the dude in the store the Blue Man.
Blue Man.
Hey, my store was a Part Warner pharmacy, man. That's why that was my close.
Blue Man.
Right by the village.
Yeah.
But for me, it was cheese doodles and them cheap ass juices. Yo, them little cheap juices.
25 cents. You talking about the
that was
barrel.
All that dye shit,
and
man,
cheese
bro.
doodles. I think
Yeah,
he was eating this shit in a previous life.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Cheese doodles was an addiction for this cat.
dog.
And also, not to mention 25 cent, 50 cent Chinese wings too. Oh, I think that was great.
Hey, these are the first brothers to ever piece wings.
That's
out.
later on.
And the onion rings.
Yeah.
25% onion rings.
I think
buy
that
two
the
wings.
authentic innocence is hearing the ice cream truck from 60 miles away and running inside.
That old fashioned truck. Wasn't he still coming around? The old fashioned one. The guy with the old fashioned ice cream truck, the old school ice cream truck.
He looked like the dude that used to paint. The dude with the
afro. Yeah.
That's the dude that drove the ice cream truck. But then you had the Weezer truck.
The Weezer truck.
The Weezer truck.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The Italian.
The dude that looked like a hippie that drove that. Sonny.
Yeah.
Sonny,
Yeah.
with the
There you go.
El Camino ice cream
Yeah,
truck.
that's what I'm talking about.
Sonny was in there. I remember
Funny.
Yo, you talking about the white dude that used to paint
Sonny
and talk
Sonny
real
was always
slow.
talking about how broke he was, bro. Let's
talking
give me
about
ice
Drake.
cream, man.
Wow, you took it back.
Yo, what about the Bradley Park? What about Bradley Park's gym teacher with the afro? The white dude with the afro, Mr. Apollo, whatever, Apollo.
No, that was Mr. Beekman.
No, it wasn't. No, it was Mr. Apollo. Mr. Apollo.
He had the Jew from Mr. Beekman.
I think it's Mr. Apollo or Polo or something.
Yeah. Mr. Apollo, Mr. Polo. He had a huge afro, and he used to wear a jumpsuit.
Wow.
That's when Paul got on the intercom and shit and called the principal from the principal's office and shit.
Wow.
Hey, yo, Paul ran because the class was going crazy. We was in one of them class, special class.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Only in special class.
Yo, hold up, but Cass ain't listening. So Paul runs to the principal's office and goes, Mr. Bird, Mr. Bird. Hey, yo, he got
that sounds like Paul Moore. Paul Moore all day.
Special ed.
Hold on. You talking about Fat Paul?
Yeah. Paul got on the intercom, dog. He's like, Mr. Bird, Mr. Bird.
Come on, Reggie, them, right?
Yeah, Reggie, brother.
Reggie. Yo,
hey, how you get on the intercom in school, though, dog? Yo, how you get on the intercom and call the principal, dog?
What was he calling him for? He really wanted to talk to him.
Cass was just wilding out in the class because we was in one of them classes and niggas just get out of control, not listen to the teacher or anything, whatever. So this nigga runs to the office. He couldn't find the principal in the office, so he got on the intercom. Mr. Bird,
This is some 80s shit, man. Straight from the 80s.
Oh my
God.
Class
class in the hallway, and you know how you line up in the hallway, everybody's like lined up. In a normal class, they line up and they chilling. But it was so damn dysfunctional watching them in the hallway. The special ed class kids, they was just always Paul. Remember the dude with tubes in his ear? Roy?
Yeah, Roy. You talking about Roy.
The whole classroom looked like cartoon characters, like the little fat white dude with the overalls. What was his name?
That's not nice, right?
Yo, Pop, you remember Sides?
What was his name?
I had Sides. I had Tube on the way. Roy.
The dude with the plumber suit. The cat with the plumber suit. What was his name?
Cartoon.
Herschel. You talking about Herschel?
Yeah, Herschel.
Herschel Bryars. Yeah.
Damn.
yo, wow.
Nigga,
Yeah, no, you gotta stop, man. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I ain't touching that,
man. I still see him. I talk to him. I actually still see Herschel, man. I talk to him, try to make him like he's really looking old, man. But you know, I try to talk to him, cheer him up when I see him.
Well,
When you see Herschel, you think about the 80s, don't you?
Hell yeah, Herschel represent that shit. He still looks like he's from the 60s.
I am the 80s.
Oh shit! Oh my God,
Herschel Bryars. Wow.
Yo, niggas, wow.
You taking it back.
Yeah, man, he got a lot of issues, but I ain't gonna go with his personal issues. But he got a lot of issues, man. Herschel I don't even know if Herschel's still walking today, man. With all the issues he told me.
The funny thing about that time frame in the 80s is these people that we're talking about, they're like they're icons in a weird hood way. When you see them, they represent a time. And like Pa said, when he see them, he automatically goes back to the 80s and he has a weird but genuine love because that's from that time frame. It's like going to your old school and you want to run into one of your teachers from back in the day.
I told you, yo, that happened to me. I had to make a delivery at my old school, which y'all want to call, alternative, whatever. I went to that school, right? I went to that school, right? We had to deliver some equipment there for them because they, and I'm from a child mind. I'm happy to go there. Like, oh shit. I'm running into school looking for the principal, the teachers. I'm looking for the same people that I was in there as a kid, thinking that they were still teaching me. Yo, that was
20 years ago.
Yo, but it was the saddest moment of my life, dog. I was walking around looking for them. I felt like a kid and I felt lost, dog. I couldn't, they didn't exist no more, dog. It was like I was real sad, dog. I was broke inside, man. Because I was feeling jolly when I got there. I can't wait to see that teacher. Man, I got there, man. It's a whole new world. Man, who is that? Who is that person? Who are you talking about?
Mr. Smith.
They moved on.
Yo, they're erased. They're erased completely out of that school, like they've never ever been there before. That's
a whole nother dimension, man. Like that time frame that we grew up in, that was a dimension. That shit don't exist no more. Only in our memories, man.
Yeah,
only in our memories.
That's sad, man.
My next question is: growing up in the 80s, what was your Saturday morning ritual? What was it like to grow up in the 80s?
We all know
Saturday morning.
It was cereal.
What was your cereal?
Oh well, shit, that changed.
It's a lot of those too. You can't say that.
It could have been Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch is probably the standard.
I used to try to get Frosted Flakes. My mom.
Why
you to buy Frosted Flakes when we got sugar in here?
Okay, Dylan.
He thought Frosted Flakes was a waste of money, bro. I got corn.
Dealing with Pot like Lucky Charms. I never liked Lucky Charms.
I did.
They were good, but that wasn't my favorite. What are you talking about, man? I like Smurf Berry Crunch, man. I like that peanut butter crunch too.
Y'all see Lucky Charms? I hate it when
King Vitamins.
Yo, my aunt bought that. I didn't really like it.
He sounded
but she always bought. But she bought different ones though. I didn't eat that one. Partner made that shit.
Pot said, "Man, what are you talking about? I like Smurf Berry Crunch."
Yeah, he liked that shit. Damn, the Smurfs. We forgot about that.
Smurfs.
We forgot about the Smurfs.
Every cartoon, just about every cartoon that was major that we watched was a cereal.
They made cereal, or a toy.
Right.
Mr. T had cereal.
Wheaties was disgusting. Y'all had Wheaties, man?
Yo, but the funniest thing, they copied off Mr. T tasted like Captain Crunch. Like they copied off of
Captain Crunch.
All of them taste like Captain
Crunch. Around for Captain Crunch, bro. That's a sog up on you quick.
To me, it was Rice Krispies. I got Rice Krispies, and I'm good.
Damn,
Golden
I forgot about Rice Krispies.
But Rice Krispies never went soggy though. That's one thing about them.
There you go. That's why it was my cereal of choice.
If you get the cereal in the don't get the cereal in the bag. Like that's the sugar bag, the King Vitamin in the bag, bro.
Oh my god. Damn, you say King Vitamin, son?
Yeah.
A box of
like some nightmares for you, why?
Yeah. Oh, you add some milk to that, boy. It turned to spackle.
Damn.
You can pay for your water heater with that.
Jay, what was your
Well, I used to be embarrassed to talk about my family being Haitian, but I don't care now that
what was
I'm
y'all
older.
eating?
Oh, you hate
But everything was cornflakes. Like I don't care if it was we wanted Captain
Mine too. I told you.
cornflakes without the sugar.
All day.
Like
Oh,
everything
you could
was
put
wrong.
the sugar.
You put
Yeah.
sugar in your cornflakes?
Oh,
my
no.
God.
Not
So
even
there was
honey?
no Captain Crunch, no
Oh,
Rice
no.
Krispies, none of that. Like
Dude, I
cornflakes.
couldn't have any of that
Cookie
either because
crisp.
my mother, I was
Yeah.
diagnosed as being hyperactive, so I couldn't have any of that stuff.
Golden Grams. Yep.
Yeah.
Did
Rice
Golden Grams
Krispie was the
exist back then?
exception for me.
Rice
Yeah,
Krispies
Golden
was
Grams
a luxury
existed.
for us. Everything was cornflakes.
Yeah, you got to
Luxury
put
for
sugar
me
in Rice
too.
Krispies too. You can't eat that.
Everything
Did
was
they have
yeah.
that?
We
I
would
could
sneak
only have
sugar.
a little bit.
Remember they
Damn.
used to make sugar in the cubes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
have-
yeah.
the sugar cube. We
Yeah.
would sneak sugar in our cereal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all had to sneak it. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's that sugar and that milk together after you ate all the cereal. That last little that shit that was a little extra treat.
What about the growing up in the 80s? We had this Nestle Quick. Remember the Nestle Quick can?
Yeah,
Oh my
strawberry.
God.
Man.
Word up, yo, strawberry. Like he said, strawberry was the shit.
Yeah, they had the
That's it,
strawberry and the chocolate.
Yeah,
Yep.
strawberry. Y'all. You can't beat
Metal,
strawberry.
they don't even make the metal cans anymore.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
See, kids don't know nothing about this, man. This
Nothing.
is
The
about
Yoo-Hoos
that.
neither. Remember the
Nothing.
Yoo-Hoos?
The Yoo-Hoo, hell yeah.
Man, listen.
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. Oh man.
You going way back. You going way back with Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. Ovaltine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tang and put it, astronaut.
Tang. Did you just say Tang, nigga?
Yes,
You said
Tang.
Wow.
Tang is good though.
Wow.
Raisin
Somebody said
bran,
Raisin
man.
Bran.
Oh, they
I
said
ain't like.
that in the
I didn't
old
like
song.
Raisin Bran. I didn't like shit.
Get out
There
of
go
here
your
with
sugar
that.
right there in the raisins, man. I ain't
Nah,
hear
I
that.
ain't
Raisin
Nah,
Bran
ain't
was
nobody was messing with Raisin Bran like
Raisin
that.
See,
Bran
Pop
for
like
old
that
folks.
type. I didn't like that shit. He liked all that.
They don't, man. Because I be
That's
drinking
true, Mark.
cereal.
None of this.
Total.
I like
shit.
life.
Total.
Life
I
is
thought
good. I like life.
Total. I thought I was a grown up when I was eating that. The Total. That was pretty
Kix
good,
was
bro.
cool. Kix
That's
was
a grown
cool.
up cereal right there, man.
Yep.
What's the cereal with the little white boy? He likes it. He likes it. Was
Oh,
that
that's
Chex?
Oh.
Kick.
Kix.
Yo, but then
Kix.
That was tricks.
Yo,
No, that wasn't tricks.
That was Kick.
Give it to
Kick.
Mike.
Nah.
He'll eat anything.
Give it to
nah,
Mikey. Give it
that
to
shit was
Mikey.
Kicks. It was Kicks.
Kicks.
You
Kicks, yeah,
you
Kicks.
get that when you have a baby and you go to the what's the name? They give you Kicks. What the fuck is that when you got a baby?
What
Yeah,
about
you
the peanut butter flavor though? The
wait,
peanut butter
wait,
flavor is good.
Wick gave you Kicks.
Crunchberry
Wait.
face.
Yo, we had Wick. You get Kicks and fucking peanut butter.
We
I'm
would have
about
took
juicing up right
anything.
now.
Cornflakes was it.
Life cereal.
Life
Life
was a
is-
life.
Life
The
is
Kicks
good.
are life.
Right. That's another
I had
grown
to
up.
look. I had to look it up. I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, Life. Yeah.
Life.
That's another
Yes.
grown up cereal.
I
Kind of.
smashed those today. Life
Hey,
was
them,
banging.
what's them?
Nice.
Grape nuts.
No,
Grape
you
nuts
like
was
that?
alright, too.
Grape nuts is disgusting.
I ain't
Grape
like
nuts was
that
alright,
shit.
too. That
You
was
like
good
that?
cereal.
Oats and
That's like-
O's. Oats and
That's
O's,
what I was about to
man.
say. That's what I was looking for.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
There
Oats
you
and
go.
O's.
Them
That's what I was
O's
looking. I was
alright,
trying to
dog.
think of. Oats
Crispy
and O's
wheats
was
and
good.
raisins.
Say that again.
Count Blackula. Count Dracula.
Crispy wheats
cereal.
and raisins.
I remember that crispy wheats
Frankleberry.
and raisins.
Frankleberry.
Because
I
niggas
didn't
used
like
to
that
crack
shit.
on me with my bumps. They used to call me crispy wheats and pimples. So that's how I remember that.
Oh my god.
And Dre was
That's-
one of them.
I was out of control
Yeah.
back then. I didn't
Yeah,
really,
you
you
were.
know, we didn't have the type of relationship we had then, but that actually helped me build relationships. I used to gun on everybody, man. Pot caught it. That's how we became cool friends.
Listen.
On site, roast him, walking into school, briefcase, long coat, hat, looking like a professor.
You really
Why do I
you really
remember
took
that?
a briefcase to school.
You remember that?
Yes.
I remember it.
She remember it,
Long
dog.
coat.
I'm like, how you in the third grade
Wow.
with a whole professor hookup on? And then I used to say
Had a
he
London
had
fog
books.
on.
And if you look at the briefcase, it had like a combination on it. So I was like, yo, he got books in there and he can't get them out because he can't remember the combination. I used to kill Pot. He wanted to fight me real bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Pot had a quick temper in those days.
B Park,
boy.
man. B Park was some 80s shit that doesn't exist anymore, but People's
Yeah.
Place and stuff like people don't know about People's Place, but it was
US
just-
One. Remember US One?
Damn, you talking about flea market shit, right?
Yeah.
What's that? Farmingdale, right? US 1, right?
No, that was like up North Jersey. That was
EJ Roberts.
The one there was like
Oh wow.
EJ Roberts. Yeah.
EJ Roberts. What you know about that?
What y'all know? What y'all know about? What y'all know about two guys?
What y'all know
We all
about
know about
JJ
two guys.
Newberries?
JJ Newberries. Yeah.
Yo, niggas used to steal the JJ Newberries. Remember the toys was downstairs? The toys,
Yeah.
Cabbage
But let me
Patch
tell you
Kids and all that
something.
shit.
I
Their
tried to
grilled,
steal
their
some
grilled
monkeys
cheese
out of
sandwiches
JJ
were
Newberries.
banging.
That's what we ain't talking about.
Their grilled cheese sandwiches were banging. That's all I
Yo.
gotta say about JJ Newberries.
Yo, we didn't talk about the
Four
toys of the
J's.
80s. 4Js.
Oh
Yo,
my
we
God.
talk about the toys. You had Teddy Ruxpin, you had fucking Cabbage Patch Kids. Remember Cabbage Patch Kids was
You
popping?
talking about
KB Toy and Hobby?
Inspector
Yeah,
Gadget.
all that shit. Inspector
Man, KB
Gadget,
Toy and
yo.
Hobby was my home.
KB?
I made sure my mom took me there every weekend to buy me some
Yeah.
goddamn G.I. Joe, man.
Yeah, you
No,
spoiled
no,
that.
no,
I'd be
Star Wars,
jealous as
Star
hell,
Wars.
man.
KB Toys.
Yo,
Wow.
yo,
Wow.
this
It was in the
cat-
mall.
Right?
It was in the mall.
yo, this dude would rub it in my face too, man. Cause I used to go with him all the time. This nigga
Wow.
get, he get the new G.I. Joes and all that, be happy playing with him and shit. I still got these old motherfuckers we got 5-6 months ago and shit. He just love that shit. Fucking with me, yo.
I owned you, man. I owned you. I
Yo,
owned
we
you
had a
with the
contract, yo, we had a toy contract when we was little, right? Yo,
Shut up, man. Forget about that contract.
No, I want to talk about the contract, nigga. Because you used to hurt me with the contract. I ain't gonna take it up. We'll talk about another time.
Another
Yo,
time.
the toy
Oh,
contract.
man.
The
toy
toy contract.
contract.
Yo.
Say it's not so.
Hilarious.
Man, we had a contract, dog.
Like, yo,
Child
Child World.
Wow.
That's another spot he used to go to and get all his toys and shit.
Yep.
And show him my face. This nigga got the new
Yep.
bazooka, the new motherfucking Storm Shadow, all these different fucking G.I. Joes.
Spoiled.
He was spoiled as hell.
And you had what?
This nigga still trying to bring me to trauma.
Hell yeah.
He's still
Man.
trying to
I
trauma me,
control
yo.
this cat, yo. I control this cat. You
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
yo, when you young, you do stupid stuff, you do
Yeah,
devilish stuff. But I had the power in my hands because I had all the toys that you had to fill out the contract.
I had about 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers. He had like 20.
That's wild. What's
Go ahead.
what's there's one particular store, and I'm gonna see if y'all can figure this out. But there was one particular store in the mall that represent the 80s to the fullest. And whenever you went to the mall, everybody went to that store. What store is that?
What mall?
I know it
CView
was
Square
one
Mall?
store that had all
Seaview
Michael
Square.
Jackson
Seaview Square.
jackets.
Actually, any mall really, but Seaview Square for us it would be
Steinbach, nigga.
Nah,
Huh?
not Steinbach.
Burns.
You're talking about the one that sold all that crazy shit. I can't think of the name of it.
Value
It sold a
City.
lot of
Oh.
it sold a lot of different stuff in
The
it.
store was called Spencer's.
Spencer's.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking
yes.
about.
Spencer's.
And Spencer sold like a lot of different type of shit.
They did.
Spencer's.
Yeah.
Spencer's.
I bought my wrist.
Complete-
I used to buy a wrist.
Complete name.
I used to buy bracelets out of there.
What
Spencer's.
mall was it at?
That was a
Seaview
CView mall.
CView Square.
It was
Yep,
definitely
yep.
matter of fact, he
CView
worked in
Square
CView.
is an emblem of the 80s.
Yeah.
You know,
It was,
CView
man.
Square
Yes, it is.
ended before the 90s. I think they ended
Nah.
before the 90s.
No,
I think
I worked in the mall. I worked at Sears until like '99. I worked there a couple of years. While I got
Yo.
the army and shit.
Yo, Dre worked at the fucking what? You worked at the pretzel
Hot
spot
Sam's
over
on the
there,
platter.
Yeah,
Aaron,
Hot
Aaron.
Sam's, yeah.
Man,
It was
Pretzel
going to
guy.
mess with him at Hot
he
Sam's.
sure
yeah.
did.
The pretzel
Yeah,
place.
he worked at it, yeah.
Man,
so special
worked
too.
at
but
fucking-
No,
Yo, Pop worked at the mechanic shop up there. What the fuck was that?
yeah, right. I work. Hey man, you know Edgar died.
Yeah.
Edgar Spears, man.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
while ago.
You know Edgar too?
I used to
Yeah,
date
oh,
his
yeah.
daughter.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
high school sweetheart.
As a matter of fact,
Actually,
April,
that might
April
be
is
her
on the
right
chat
there.
right now. Yep. Hey, April.
What's up, April? I'm glad
April
she's
P.
tuning in. That's what's
Yep.
up.
Yeah, Spencer's man had them bomb bracelets back in the late 90s when I was on my bracelet kick.
Y'all were trying to see the adult section. I know I was.
Oh yeah, definitely. Spencer's man, that was soft porn.
Spencer's had all types of stuff in there. I remember that.
They did.
Seat belts, handcuffs, all you name it. They had them in there.
But
they had
that's
ice cube. They had ice cubes with flies in them and shit.
Yeah,
that kind of store.
Whoopee cushion.
Yeah, but that's not just 80s because I've seen that up here too. I don't know if they still.
Hey man,
I remember that was one store in there that sold all the Michael Jackson jackets. They was real expensive.
Merry-go-round.
Yeah, all the Michael Jackson attire.
Wow.
Hey. Macy's, nigga.
Yo, the
it was a small store.
What you drinking? Hold on, Coop. You drinking wine, bro? Let me see the glass.
That's Kool-Aid, man.
In the wine glass?
He got Kool-Aid in the wine glass.
Kool-Aid in the wine glass.
But that's deep. I like that, man.
Yo, wine glass make anything taste good, dog. You put it in it. It's true, man.
East versus West. I remember that.
East versus West. Wow.
Yeah. I remember I tried to rock some boots.
Cow doors.
I tried to rock some cow doors. Wow.
Oh my!
I worked, yo.
That Darnell worked the cow doors.
I worked the cow doors. But I worked the overnight stock, yo, and I kept calling out. Oh my gosh,
cow doors! Wow.
Cow doors.
I kept calling out of cow doors. I worked
Stearns.
Every weekend.
Stearns and Steinbach.
Yo, you remember the little workout spot that was right in the mall as soon as you walk in?
Jack LaLanne, yo. Yo, Pot had membership at Jack LaLanne.
Yo, TV Paramount was bumping for a time, man.
They had you still.
Yo, Pot still owns. You still owe Jack LaLanne, yo.
I ain't gonna front. Every time I walk past Jack LaLanne, I thought Richard Simmons was in that motherfucker doing exercises or something.
Yeah.
Jack LaLanne.
Dealer Mill cards. What are we doing? That's the 80s, man. Dealer Mill cards.
Jack LaLanne was like the first fitness shop, right? That's like the first big time. Yeah, that's like the first.
I think so.
Organization like that.
Well, at least in our area. As far as contracts and shit, I believe.
But what was the store that was right next to it that sold all the starter jackets? Ooh. As soon as you walk in, there was a store that sold a lot of starter jackets. Somebody in the chat help me out.
I just forgot the name of it.
Seaview Square.
Yeah.
That store's still there. I think that store's still there. Actually, that's Mama's mom. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Mama's mom.
It was Seaview Square is done.
Yeah, they it down, man.
But tell this story because my cousin, which is Pot's sister, I was around her a couple weeks ago. She was talking about the story of when Dre and Pot went to the mall wearing Thanksgiving girls and shit.
Yeah, that was Dre.
They were trying to be CB4. Tell us they went to the mall.
Who cares what idea was? You still did it. What are you talking about? That was a great idea.
Tell the story. Tell about that shit.
We was real big CB4 fans. Well, we was actually real big NWA fans. But CB4 came out and we was big fans of that.
Yo, man, why you had me up in the mall, man?
I ain't had you up in the mall. I didn't twist your arm.
Damn.
You had me running around with a goddamn fake Jerry Jordan hat on, man, trying to be CB4, man. What kind of shit is that?
Y'all had the cap.
You see how you trying to make it seem like I forced him to do it?
Hey, so y'all had the cap over the
but what reactions is y'all get doing this? Like, what
we just look stupid, bro.
We laugh more than anybody else.
Did they walking around with the Chinese looking like Bruce Leroy? You remember that? We was looking like Bruce Leroy walking around with Chinaman hat on and shit. Damn, we loved China back in the day, nigga. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, walking around trying to be Bruce Lee and shit, trying to look like Bruce Leroy. Those are the days, though, man.
Yeah.
I got another question.
I remember that shit because
this question is y'all gonna have to think, but I'm pretty sure people gonna be coming up with stuff in the chat. And somebody said, "Pot, did you have karate shoes on?"
Yep, I sure did.
Yep,
I had it.
No. They went karate. It was called kung fu shoes. Get it right.
Yeah, Kung Fu with the V. With the V. We had the V in them, right?
Yeah.
The V cut, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I remember that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, get up.
Yo, I remember I went to Neptune. This was 5th grade. That was what? Green Grove. Y'all remember Green Grove?
No, that's nasty.
Yeah,
of course.
So fifth grade, I went to Neptune. I wore my Kung Fu suit. And I don't know if Scott Harley in the chat if he gonna see this. Remember this shit, Scott, though. He was like,
oh, yo, you had a sweet Kung Fu suit, dog.
Yo, and it was like, Kareem, I challenge you to a dojo. Nigga, dojo is a school. This is not the fight. This is not Kumite. He said that shit. I remember Scott Harley said this shit to me. I challenge you to a dojo. Dojo is a fucking school.
LA Gears with the lights on them. Yeah, I had a pair of Abdul-Jabbar LA Gears.
Dojo's the school. That's not a fight. But that
came with a free basketball.
Damn, yo, Kareem, you had like the sweetest Kung Fu suit in the world. You remember that shit, man?
You
had that blue one.
It's called a gi.
No, his shit was sweet, man. He had his shit was like some China shit. I was jealous as hell.
It wasn't from Chalk Line, was it? No.
Nah. No, his was like
we went to China. You remember we went to Chinatown in Brooklyn? You remember that shit? We went with Bubba and them.
Yeah, that shit was dope. Yeah. But guess what? I'm about to say something. Just for 1 second. You know, I ordered a lot of that stuff. Like,
oh shit! What the fuck? You gonna walk around?
I got stuff like that coming to me, man. Like Chinese, like you know, I got a lot of that stuff.
Wow.
I got something going to be in like next week, man. I got Chinese stuff coming, like those shirts and those jackets and stuff like that, man. I got them coming.
Hey, Rick, you saw what Rick said, Coop?
What he said?
He said Coop finally said he from Neptune. Rick, so he be on your ass about that.
Yeah, I always talk about that.
Yo, I got nigga, man. You a Neptune nigga.
No, I mean I got ties from both. I was born in Asbury. I was born there, but I just live in Danville. I'm a Monmouth County nigga, I guess. I
was scared for Kareem when he had to go through Asbury, man. I think he was gonna make it, man. I was scared.
80s problems, 80s and 90s problems.
You gotta tell the whole story now. Yeah, like I was from Asbury, but I left, went to down south. I kept going back and forth. So that was the thing with me. Because of my situation, you know, my mother passed, so I was going back and forth.
I got another question, man. This is gonna be an interesting question. So, as far as our street slang from like the 80s and 90s growing up, some of the words and things we used to say, could anybody remember some of the words we used to say back in the day that we don't even use no more?
Trim.
Nigga, I ain't say trim. Who said trim? That's like 70s. I never heard you say trim, nigga. What the
that nigga sound like he sound like what the Eddie Murphy on
That's My Mama. This nigga said trim.
No, he sound like Eddie Murphy on 48 Hours. Can I get some trim?
That was that's what it was. That was the 80s.
Yo, you gonna give me some trim?
Skins. Somebody said skins.
Skins is one.
Skins is one.
God.
Fresh.
Score Me. Remember that?
Score Me.
I think who this I think whatever that I don't know what it was, man.
This is funny.
Yeah, but you can always get caught. Nigga, grab their eye. You can't avoid that. Grab their eye, grab this shit. Like, that shit.
Yo, how corny was that, though, dog?
That's what we did, though.
Right?
Oh my God.
Oh God, that's funny.
For me.
Wow.
Oh, dip.
Yo, was that just a Jersey thing, Score Me? Or was that just up north, New York? Or was that just Jersey?
I don't know, man, but I know that shit was. I don't know who was coming up with shit like that.
And we was using it. It made the time.
Who got the best pizza? Jersey?
I think used to say psych.
Yep.
Psych. Psych, gun, but niggas probably still say
Tony's
gun.
Pizzeria all day.
Old junk.
Tony.
Cats don't say old junk no more.
Chicken cutlet sub, bro, from Tony's, bro.
Ooh.
What, the pizza?
Yeah, we talking about the best pizza. I think it's Jersey that I've been to.
Jersey.
Yo, it's the Godfather's Pizza in East Hanover.
East Hanover, goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jersey. That's Jersey, so okay.
So, shit.
Wow.
Somebody said their 15-year-old daughter walk around the house saying "psych." Yeah, that's a throwback right there.
Fresh is
And
definitely
we
80s,
also
though.
had.
It's fresh
Yeah.
for real.
Fresh is
Did
80s,
we have
like
Mike Tyson in the 80s or was that the 90s?
He was the
80s.
80s. He
It was
went to the
80s.
90s. But he went
He started in the 80s though, right?
Yeah, he started in the 80s. Yeah.
Oh,
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
oh,
Yeah, he started in the 80s.
Mike Tyson was the best boxing era for me. Like just to see that phenomenon hit the ring. Mike Tyson was a pleasure, dog. Mike Tyson was like unbelievable. Mike Tyson was like Michael Jordan shit. Still
He
is.
was.
Indeed.
Both of them are the most recognized people on the planet.
No,
Mike Tyson and Michael Jordan, both of them.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was like
What?
everybody's nightmare, like one punch destroyer shit.
Mike Tyson
won-
was the shit at that time.
He was.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, he was.
yo, because he won the fight before it was a fight. They was already scared.
He actually woke up
Yeah.
boxing, to be honest with you. If it wasn't for Tyson, boxing was kind of dead a little bit. It died off a little bit when it came down to heavyweights. Tyson
But
came
Mike-
back and lit that shit
But
up.
Mike admitted that. He admitted he won a lot of fights just off the stare down. When the ref is talking to you with the rules, he said he could look in their eye until they were scared.
Yeah, but he was still way skilled though, man. They could hardly hit that motherfucker, dog.
he was a phenomenon. But when you look at the 80s and the 90s, it we formed the whole culture around that from pay-per-view and gathering around the TV and Mike Tyson fight was like a big deal, kind of like
Microwave, man. A lot of money for a microwave fight. 5 minutes.
Nah. What's the other thing people have? WrestleMania. Remember that shit?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, I never liked it, but I remember it.
Yeah,
Me either. I
was
wasn't
saying-
into the wrestling either.
That was a phenomenon. Like people would, pay-per-view WrestleMania. They don't do that shit no more. It wasn't like
Mike
I mean, they
Tyson
still
points
do it,
out-
but it didn't have the same.
it's not the
feel.
same.
Right.
Hulk Hogan and all them niggas.
Yeah.
They're
Hulk Hogan and
Oh,
Sergeant Slaughter and
Iron
yeah.
Sheik.
And
Iron
Jimmy,
Sheik.
Jimmy Fly Snooker.
Iron Sheik. Yeah,
Superfly.
Jimmy.
You said
Yo,
Jimmy
went-
Fly
Yo,
Snuka.
yo, when you go back to Jimmy
I
Fly,
that's what you told Jimmy Fly.
Jimmy Fly Snickers way back. Yeah, he's way
He
back.
said Jimmy
yeah.
Fly Snickers.
No, I didn't say
Knuckle.
But yo, I remember him.
Oh,
That's
man.
old school.
Oh my god, that's I guess you call them
But
that.
one thing I can say,
Yeah.
one thing I can
Jimmy
say about
Fly
the 80s
Snickers.
though, one thing I can say about the 80s is it was a lot of more like it was more for relationships, and being in love and the songs. We had New Edition, all that kind of stuff, man.
It was a
we had a
cuddle
lot
area.
of those groups, man. We had those groups that just,
That's when you were a
that
cuddler,
just-
Pot.
that- it was, huh?
You were a cuddler back then.
No, Dre was a cuddler. Oh, yeah, but I was a cuddler too.
Oh,
You got
put it
a
on
cuddler.
you.
I was. I ain't gonna front.
Oh, he admitted.
It was cool back then to have a girlfriend. Back
Oh
then,
yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Yo, that nigga funny
we
because
were shooting for that.
That nigga
Man.
mentioned New Edition. And
I always
that's our-
was chasing
our
older
cousin
women,
that
bro.
was-
I said,
New
oh,
Jack
bro.
City? Was that 80s and 90s?
Mike Tyson video
Mike
game.
Tyson knockout. Wow.
I was gonna say
Wow,
something.
April.
Punch out, bro. He's like
When
a
did-
dance.
Mike Tyson knockout. Yeah, I
Mike
should beat a
Tyson
nigga
punch
every
out is
day.
like a choreographed dance move because you had to move a certain way, certain times, 2 times this
Yeah,
way,
you
hit him on
did,
the left,
you did,
hit him
you
in the
did.
belly, hit him back in the
Going
chest.
back
Boom.
to
Oh, Glass Joe face ass. Glass
Damn.
Easy,
Joe.
nigga. Boom, boom.
What's up,
Listen
Joanne? What
to
you
me.
gotta say?
thank you. I'm going back to the words. The phrase, the score means and the Sykes and when did Word is Bond come out?
Man.
That's
That
been in
was-
forever.
Yeah, that's
That's
been
the
out.
That's-
5%ers. When the
I mean,
5%ers
I don't know if it's gone
That
anywhere,
shit
but
fresh.
I think around Brand Nubian when they when they came
No.
No.
Nah.
5% was
is
out
way over
early
that, yo.
70s, I think.
Yeah, probably
Yo,
70s.
because
Yeah.
I remember my
Really?
father,
Yeah.
one of my father's best friends when I was little in the 70s. He was a 5%. He used to say that shit. Yo, that's old. That's old.
No, I'm talking about for everybody to start using it. I think when it started hitting
Oh,
the
you
rap,
mean
popular?
for it to just be
yeah,
quick got
when-
popular.
like-
Okay.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was when the guys hit the hit the record stations
Right.
and stuff. You know, Brand Nubian.
I would say like late 80s. Rakim was a god, Kane was a
Yeah,
god.
but it's still before. Yeah,
So
but
this
it's
is
still
like
before.
80s.
It's definitely still before Brand Nubians. But
Well, yeah, of
I hear what
course.
you said. Yeah,
Probably,
Brand
I would say
Nubians, my
70s.
Yeah,
But it
70s.
grew in the 80s with us.
word is bond and just word in
It
general.
became
is
common.
up-north
It
slang.
became a common household thing for us as just a part of our culture during the 80s
Right.
when the music
Yeah,
kind
it's
of,
the
you know,
80s.
yeah.
Right.
And plus you had cats around us that became gods too. So, you know,
Right.
that's what you heard. And that's what we incorporated into our own, you know, bubble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like. The worst thing about that is you had cats that tried to be a 5%er that really didn't even care about being a 5%er just for the name and the fame.
that's
Yeah.
That's
They want the
absolutely.
popularity. They want the
that
popularity.
stuff I didn't like, man. It was a lot
I
of that.
started smiling because I remember studying like mathematics and
Yeah.
all of that stuff. Like I remember, you know, I don't know if y'all remember, but like
that's
you would just be
Yeah, I know all
studying.
this
Like
You'd be like, yo, what's up, Frank? It's Knowledge B now.
oh shit.
Like,
who said
okay,
that?
excuse me.
Mark trying to sneak me.
Trey was Rico
Yeah.
Suave.
Dion.
I don't have enough for you to drink.
not the mama. Oh my god.
Poor kid.
Skylar. Skylar, how you doing? Oh, you
Just
could,
baby.
Hi, young
What's up,
lady.
little cousin? Even though you don't know me that good. What's up, little cuz?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Interesting.
That's the hard part about that being here for so long, yo.
it's so
Yo,
funny.
Where you
Yo,
at now? Coop?
my fam in Jersey, I be missing them so bad. Like I'm not really seeing her grow up. You know what I'm saying? And me and him grew up together.
Man, hey, with the technology, you can watch her grow up, man. We're on the damn call right now. You get to see her. You
But,
know
he,
that,
but
man.
It's not the
For
same
her,
though.
It's not the
Like,
same
you
as
could
in
touch
person.
and
yeah, because even my nieces and them, you know what I'm saying? They
Right.
all in Jersey, man. I don't see them grow. My nieces and nephews.
One of the things I want to add about because I
Go
don't
ahead,
know if we
buddy.
covered
Yeah.
our favorite holiday during. I know Pot said Thanksgiving, but we didn't make our rounds through the panel. But during the 80s, what was your favorite holiday and why? One at a time. Don't in DCR, you'll jump out there. But go ahead, Jay. You can go ahead.
What happened?
Easter.
You already know. Go ahead.
Easter,
I didn't hear.
get dressed up and the nice shoes and the dresses and the you got to, well, in our house we got to kind of choose what we wanted them to buy for us for Easter. So
Just to add on to that, growing up in the 80s, I remember Easter time where everybody got an outfit. They probably would go to the beach. Everybody go
I
down to
was
the boardwalk.
just going to say that. Yep.
mhm.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a good one. That's a good one. What about you, Dave?
I'm going to really piggyback on that one because it was just that Easter experience of dressing up, going to church,
It's
the
different.
whole neighborhood smelling like soul food because everybody's coming home from church, cooking your grandmoms or your aunts cooking that fried chicken. And then after all said and done, everybody's going to the beach.
Everybody going
Because
to the
you
beach.
know that's really back in those days. Easter was the start of the summer season down in Asbury, by the short period. But Asbury, particularly because we still had the merry-go-round.
I remember all of that too.
Yeah.
We still had Palace Amusements with the big ass
Yeah.
gorilla.
Yep.
Yo,
Easter though, my favorite part was getting one of those chocolate bunnies, man. That's all I cared about.
Big ass Ferris wheel.
yo,
You know what I'm saying? Like going on the boardwalk, eating the candy apple,
That
the
soft,
caramel,
saltwater taffy face.
soft water taffy.
Yeah.
It was just different.
It was
All
different.
the holidays were just different. It was just different.
yeah. I didn't really care for Easter.
What about you, Cool?
I wanted that chocolate bunny. That's all I wanted.
Come on,
But we talking about the 80s, so it's Christmas for me. I wanted the new G.I. Joes, my nigga. I wanted laser tag. I wanted what was it? What was the other one? Was it? I forgot the name of that shit, but laser tag, all that type of shit. Toys for me.
Yo, let me tell you what I got. You remember when He-Man came out? I got all of them. Buzz Off, Stratos. I got all of them.
We don't want to hear about your little spoiled chronicles, nigga.
All his
Yo,
80s
I had
toys.
the castle. I got the castle. I got Faker. I got damn near the whole He-Man collection for Christmas, dog.
She-Ra?
Did, nigga.
You have She-Ra?
Pop was spoiled. Pop was
He didn't
spoiled.
get She-Ra. He spoiled as hell, man.
Yeah, I got all that.
I
Pop
think for
was
me,
spoiled. I didn't know that until now.
yeah, he was definitely spoiled. I think the holiday that I'm gonna pick, and is weird. I'm gonna say Halloween, and the reason why
Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween.
Wow.
In the 80s, during Halloween time, of course, we would be in the house watching Halloween before we go trick or treating. But it was something about watching Halloween before we went trick or treating, and then all the kids will go outside and they'd be in their little cliques, and it'll be somewhat cold. There's leaves and shit blowing. It was a little creepy outside during that time frame, but I can remember that time during the 80s where Halloween was a actual feel for me, because it was like we were in a movie at that point in time. So I'm gonna say Halloween for me. And Easter, because
I like them all, man. I really can't even say not. I think they all had that. They all had spirit. Put it that way. Even though, because the older you get, and really is still the holidays not nothing like it was back in the day. But the older you get, you see them for what they are, so they lose a lot of spunk, even though they dry anyway. But back in the day, with the imagination of a child or growing up into it, it was exciting, man. And it definitely had more spirit, man. The weather had spirit, man. Everything had some spirit to it, man. Everything was rich, like a rich fruit. You know what I mean? Not a pumped up fruit with pumped up stuff, and pumped with all kinds of hormones and sweeteners.
It was real organic. It was real organic.
Yeah, it was real organic.
Because he had the mind of a child. Remember that shit? The mind of a child.
What 80s movie was that?
Mad Max
Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah. Somebody said snatching bags in the Gables. That's hood problems. That's what we had to go through back in the day. Nigga might snatch your bag, trick or treated all night, and somebody gonna take all your candy. Be careful.
Yep.
Snatching.
Yo, man, I'm about to go back in time. I definitely go back to the 80s though, and I'll probably create this shit right here, man. It's a goddamn YouTube and all. I'll fuck it up early. But yo, for real, man, we definitely had good time,
just to run down my list, and I did make a list of some of the movies that I thought kind of stood out.
Big Trouble, Little China. Big Trouble, Little China. I already know you got that down. I'm gonna tell you what you got down. You got Big Trouble, Little China.
I got Howard the Duck, and I know
that was our shit, though.
Howard the Duck.
The Fly. Did you ever watch The Fly?
Yeah, The Fly. You went to The Fly? Wow. That was the most disgusting movie ever.
Lost Boys. Got Indiana Jones, Children of the Corn.
Jones.
What about the cat? With the cats fighting with the Hoosiers in there. What's the call? I forgot the name with that. With all the famous cats that was in when they was young. What's that movie? The Outsiders.
Oh yeah,
The Outsiders.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah.
The Outsiders.
I watched that like 2 months ago.
Batteries not included. You remember
Pony
that?
Pony Boy.
Yeah. I remember that. Batteries.
Remember batteries not included with the little flying saucers.
Red Dawn. You talking about Red Dawn?
What about powder? Somebody said Pony Boy.
16 Candles.
Yeah, that was me with Pony Boy.
One Crazy Summer, my favorite. One Crazy Summer.
One Crazy Summer.
Yo, you remember
Flamingo Kid?
His uncle finally won, and then he fucked it up.
About the Flamingo Kid.
I used to love the Flamingo Kid.
I just want to be left alone.
Yeah. I finally made it. You finally answered it. Then he pulled the shit out. He missed $1 million. That was fucked up.
Oh,
I remember.
Yeah, one Crazy Summer is my summer classic that I watched damn near every day of the summer when it came on TV.
You did it because nigga, we was there together watching. Because your mother always had fucking HBO. We watched all that shit,
HBO had everything on repeat.
We watched all
Weekend in Bernie's.
Weekend.
A good 80s movie.
Police Academy, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Police Academy, all that shit.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the
Nerds. I love that. I love that.
I know y'all gonna dig this one, but what about
Genius, real genius. My bad. Go ahead.
The brother from another planet. Remember that?
Yeah, I love that.
Joe Morton.
That's
Yep.
old school
I don't
shit.
remember that.
Yeah.
The
I watched
last
this with my father.
Starship.
The black
Was
dude,
it the
he was
last?
an alien. The
Joe
black
Morton.
dude.
Yeah.
Enemy
The last-
Mine.
Last
Go ahead.
Starfighter.
Oh
Enemy
my
Mine.
gosh, Enemy Mine! I must have watched
That's
that
a classic.
100 times.
Weird Science. Weird
Yeah.
Science. Remember that
Weird
shit.
Science. Yep.
What
Weird
about
Science
Rat
deep.
Boy?
Rat Boy.
Rat
Yep,
Boy.
it was okay.
Eugene.
The
Yo, it
race.
was the chick that worked at the McDonald's in Asbury that looked just like him, yo.
Oh my
She was
god.
rat. She
Rat
was
Boy.
rat chick. Yo, she looked like that motherfucker.
Yeah.
What about I know. What about The Gods Must Be Crazy? Remember that?
Yes.
Yo, I
remember
love
that.
that.
I remember
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites right there, man.
The Gods
That
Must Be
shit
Crazy.
was
The gods
hilarious.
must be crazy.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
All because somebody threw a bottle out of a plane over Africa.
Damn.
Hit him in the head. Boop.
I never watched
Where
the
did
guys.
he take that bottle? He took that bottle somewhere.
Yep.
He had to take it to the edge of the mountain and throw it off or something like that. I don't know.
Nah, that nigga went on a whole journey
Yeah.
for like,
Mhm.
And it was
A
a
long
Coke
time.
bottle. It was a Coke bottle too.
yeah.
That is so funny.
That's a
The gods
crazy
must be
movie.
I haven't seen that in years, man.
I'm gonna look that up. The
I'm
Gods
gonna
Must
look
Be
it up,
Crazy.
too.
I'm gonna look it up too. I used
He
to
was
love
on a
it.
mission.
Not to mention,
return
man,
the
you
bottle.
gotta mention 007 though, man. A View to Kill.
Oh yeah,
Oh shit, he going real deep now.
that's
You
that
gotta
Duran
look-
Duran joint.
Yo, you remember when I had
Yeah.
Grace Jones on it? Which one was
Grace
that? With
Jones.
A
Oh,
View to
Grace
Kill.
Jones on it.
It's
Was
a
it
View to
View to
View to
Kill.
Kill with Grace Jones on it. Yeah.
Oh, never.
It's a View
Yo,
to
'cause-
Kill, man.
Yo,
Tina
because you had
Turner
different
was in
James
Mad
Bonds.
Max.
You remember you
Huh?
had different James Bonds. Yeah,
It's
Roger Moore.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah,
Roger
but-
Moore was in the 80s.
Roger,
I like View
Roger
to Kill
Moore.
though, man. I like whatchamacallit. I like Roger Moore, man. Roger Moore is
Roger
my
Moore
my
was the
James
shit.
Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Willow?
I like the new cast too though, but you
Willow
know,
is fucking great, nigga. Where you come up with Willow? Willow's great. They coming
Yeah,
out with
Willow.
that again. They
Mark
trying to
Wahlberg,
redo
Golden
Willow
Child.
now.
What
Yeah,
about
they trying to-
Crow? You remember Crow?
Crow.
It's not 80s,
Yeah.
nigga. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
80s.
90s.
That's 90s.
That's
You
90s.
talking about Brandon Lee? Talking about Bruce
Yeah,
Willis?
he
That's
died in
90s.
No,
died on that movie.
Oh, Crow. I thought you meant Cruel.
Crow.
K-R-U-L-L.
Oh, Crow. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Crow. Yeah, they had a video game for that shit. I remember Crow.
Yeah. Crow was dope.
I won't deny it.
Legend. Remember Legend? Oh yeah. Eddie Murphy.
Legend.
I
Crow brings it
won't
back to-
deny
Back to damn, that
Please.
fucking Bridges.
That's my
That's
movie
you,
too,
nigga.
man.
You was Eddie Murphy, nigga. You
Yeah.
was that nigga.
Beastmaster.
You was
Wow.
Eddie
Trade
Murphy,
places.
nigga. You was Eddie
Trade
Murphy.
places. Labyrinth.
Trading Places High.
He gonna go
Yeah.
to
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Oh my gosh.
Labyrinth was the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yo, they had some good
I
songs
watched that with
on
my
there, yo.
daughter. I
Yeah,
watched that
good
with my
songs,
daughter,
man.
man.
Yeah, Labyrinth is dope. Never Ending Story was
Yeah.
Never
bomb.
in the store. Never in the story.
Watch Dark Crystal together.
Now, this is a classic right here. BMX Bandits. I just watched this not too long ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Oh.
gosh. That is
Time Bandits. Time Bandits. is my movie.
Time Bandits. Time Bandits. Yo, with the
Yeah.
midgets.
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Time Bandits is a classic. Yeah, that's
that
dope.
is a classic.
Ghostbusters,
See, me-
Fright Night, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm
That's
Street.
what they're
Right,
missing
right
today. That kind of that's what's missing today. Those
Yeah.
those type of
Yo,
Movie.
nigga, you remember how scared we was to watch fucking Freddy
Fraggle
Krueger?
Rock.
Fraggle
Huh?
Rock. Oh my
You remember?
god.
Oh, Fraggle Rock was
Wow.
the shit. No,
somebody
Freddy
the
Krueger,
Black
nigga.
Soul.
Oh, he brought the Cutting Black Soul. Now he talk about that.
That's the
I'm talking about
scary one, right? You only
Yeah.
want to talk about the kind
What
of
is
Black
it?
Soul.
No.
What is it called?
It was an
was
Alfred.
on,
What was it?
It was a series. What the fuck is
Like Alfred Hitchcock, something like that. But I don't know which
Yeah.
one it was. But it was a cut in Black Soul.
It
man.
wasn't Hitchcock. It was that other shit. The dark. I forgot how this shit go. But that's not what I was talking about.
You don't even like to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
What show was that?
like
The
Dre might know.
Twilight
They was
Zone?
No,
they
it's
talk
not Twilight
positive.
Zone.
They talk
Yeah.
positive, then they turn it on the dark side.
Yeah.
Is it Tales from the Dark Side?
That was the
No.
introduction. They would talk positive, then they go.
You know what?
"But
That
there's
is Tales from the Dark
Tales
Side.
from the dark side.
Yeah.
Was it?
No,
Because
no,
in the intro,
no,
in the intro,
no.
it said
But there's
the
another
intro
side.
is-
side.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck
And
is
the
that?
intro,
Oh.
that was
Or was
fire.
that Twilight Zone? Because I know Twilight Zone was out of this world too. You get Twilight Zone was like would have your brain somewhere else in a whole
I
different.
wasn't talking about that though. Pot, you fucked me up. It wasn't that. Damn, man. What the fuck?
Maximum
Yeah.
Overdrive. Wow.
I was just talking about Maximum Overdrive. That big
Damn.
ass truck with the goblin face on it.
Damn.
Top
Damn.
Gun.
Howard
Damn,
the
it's
Duck.
right.
Howard
Teen
the Duck
Wolf.
What
was
about
the shit.
DC Cab? Y'all know about
Speaking of
DC
big ass
Cab?
truck, Pee Wee
That's
Herman.
70s, nigga.
Wow.
That's 70s.
Pee Wee
That's
Herman.
70s.
Nah, that's 80s.
Teen Wolf.
DC Cab. No. People
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
the
man.
80s, but
DC
DC
Cab
Cab
was
is
the
70s.
shit, dog.
Creep
White
Show.
bread, chicken
Somebody
shit.
said Teen Wolf.
Cujo.
Yeah,
Cujo.
I said
Teen
Teen Wolf.
Wolf.
Uh-huh.
Back
Poltergeist.
to the Future.
Pet Cemetery.
Pet
Oh, that's
Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian. I think
Oh
that's
my
what it is.
God.
Was it Conan the
Man.
Destroyer? My bad. Conan.
Both
the
of
Man,
them.
we had a
Both
lot
of
of beautiful
them.
movies
That's
back then. We
both
had
of
this
them.
created.
The
Cool.
first Terminator.
Red Sonja.
Yep.
Red Sonja, yeah.
Greatest
Yeah.
American hero. Wow.
I used to watch that show too.
The Greatest American Hero was the shit.
believe it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
walking on air. I never believe I would be so free.
This is some 80s
That's the
shit.
Flying
all day.
away, I'm living.
Who could it be?
Believe it
But not it's just me. Yo, that was
Crazy.
the shit, man. What was
Yeah.
kids though?
But but V was deep. V was deep, man. I wish I could go and watch V right now
Yep.
and just go
You
through
could.
V right now.
You can find
Watch
it somewhere.
V.
You can find V
Listen,
somewhere.
listen.
You can find V
I'm
somewhere.
about to mesh up the Great Space Coaster. Holla at
Yeah.
me.
The Great Space
Yeah.
Coaster.
Get
Yo,
on board.
with Gary Gnu. What's
Yeah,
Gary Gnu?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
no news.
Gary
Like
Gnu.
Gnu.
Yeah.
Gary Gnu face ass.
Oh,
That's always gonna be
Yeah.
the Great Space Coaster. They'd never know about that shit.
Yo, man.
Classic, yo.
The Doors have had the
Or,
Dukes of Hazzard.
the
You remember the
Dukes of
one-
Hazzard.
You remember the one where they was in the dinosaur age? What was it? Like they went back and they
Oh,
was in the
I know what
dinosaur
you're
age.
talking about.
Land of the Lost.
Yes,
Yeah,
Land of the
Land of the
Lost.
Lost.
Land
Land
of the Lost.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future? Y'all don't know nothing about that,
That's not the
Mighty Hell.
80s, though. Is it?
huh?
That's not
Yeah.
the 80s.
Is that
Captain
Power
Power
in
and
the
the Soldiers of the Future.
That's the 90s when Kwani would have
That's
stole the
not
whole shit and see if you. No,
Huh?
that's the 90s. Kwani
You
would have stole
crazy.
us the whole shit in the 90s. No, that's the 90s.
You had
Nah.
Hey,
Kwani, that's what
hey,
you right there.
Yeah, man, we was playing with toys back like in the 80s, man. That was the 80s. Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future, man. We was playing with those toys, man.
I don't know about
Don't
no
tell them
Captain
about that
Power.
toy future, nigga.
Man, look at that. Captain Power, Soldier of the toy. Is Soldier. Captain Power, Soldier of the Future
He had to
is
slow
80s.
it down to get it right. He had to slow it down.
Yeah,
Captain.
You're right,
Power.
Pat. That had to be the 80s. Because
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're right. It was the
Yeah, it
80s.
was
Had,
the 80s.
the Mighty
Late
Duck.
80s.
Spiral
Lampoon.
Zone.
Wow.
And humanoids.
They're
nigga.
They're not gonna know that shit. That was our little childhood, nigga. You can't tell everybody about that.
Dre, what
That'd
you
be
say?
tough.
National Lampoon?
Yes, National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah, that's my shit too. And they had his
Great
grandma
Chevy Chase.
on top of the car.
Yo, with Chevy Chase.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wally World.
Remember when he had
my
to eat that
God.
big ass steak?
Yeah.
Damn, he said, "Oh, you ain't done. You got to eat the fat too." Oh
Damn, I
my
remember
god!
that part of it.
Yeah,
But
when
they-
he ate-
but they-
remember when he had to eat the steak so the whole family could eat for free?
Yeah, they had a lot
Yep.
of them though. They-
Bodyguard. Remember my bodyguard? I forgot some bodyguard. I
Old
forgot the
school
name.
shit. Yeah. I know you're talking about Bodyguard.
Oh.
That's
What
right.
about the white dude who had to be black to get into a college? What was that called?
Soul
Soul
something.
Man.
Soul
Soul
something.
Man.
Oh man,
Soul Man.
Man,
Soul Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Do they even play that movie, or did they just ban that
No.
movie out of life?
No. We don't
that
see
might
them
be
no more.
that
yo.
might be banned. I don't know. They
For
I
real.
think they
We-
banned that
yo.
movie, man.
We
I
grew
don't-
up with that movie though. That
Let's
movie
come
was
together and
movie
make that
had
movies
to
come
be
out.
dog. You can't find that movie, dog. That movie don't even exist. I think they banned that movie, man.
Yep.
You're right, because I ain't seen that. in a
I ain't
long
seen it
time.
since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C. Thomas Howell. That was the actor's name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. See,
Black
some
in
of that.
blackface, but we thought it was the coolest thing. Go figure that.
Right.
Yep. Just one of the guys, one of my favorite too. Just I love that movie, dog.
It was the girl. What did she want to do, Pot? She wanted to play on a football team or some shit like that. Just one of the guys, right?
I kind of remember that. Yeah, I think so.
Something. She wanted to be on some sort of team. I don't know what it was.
Karate Kid. Shit. Karate Kid.
How you gonna forget Karate Kid Part 2? Shit.
Ralph Macchio. It was the shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, me and Pop went to the movies to see what? Karate Kid Part 2. Went to the movies to see that shit.
Yeah, Karate Kid, man. Everybody was trying to be like Karate Kid. Everybody was trying to be Chuck Norris. You remember Chuck Norris in the his little cartoon, Chuck Norris in the it used to come on like
the cartoon, yeah.
I used to watch Chuck Norris and the Rambo cartoon in the morning before I go to school, man.
Journalist.
Both of them,
Right,
You
April.
get home.
You want to be a journalist.
I got another thing too. Was Martin Lawrence the 80s or the 90s?
Martin Lawrence was on What's Happening. Remember What's Happening Now?
He was.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm saying, was he in the 80s? He was the 80s.
It was the 80s, late 80s.
Martin Lawrence Comedy Def Jam, all that stuff after school. You had to get done with your work and everything on time before you get sat in front of that TV to watch all that, man. I used to spare myself.
That was 90s, actually. That was 92.
That was?
Yep.
Damn. Martin Lawrence was the show, man.
But he was on
Speaking
What's
of
Happening
that,
Now.
Going after school, I remember Video Music Box. Remember Video Music Box?
Yeah, you gotta mention Video Music Box.
Wow. How can
I just watched the documentary on that. I just watched that documentary.
Was that good or what?
Oh, it was good.
Oh my gosh.
Nas produced that. Nas was giving the interviews.
Yeah, that was dope. That was definitely.
Where did you watch that? On Netflix?
No, it was on Showtime. Showtime got all the banging documentaries on Showtime, bar none.
It's on it might be on Prime.
What is it called?
It's either on Prime or Hulu or one of them, because I watched
Video Music Box or something. Nah, it's on Showtime. It's on Showtime.
I'm gonna look for it.
Because I'm actually watching the Cosby documentary, ironically. You want to talk about these, you got to talk about Cosby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we coming up. We've been running for a minute.
VMB. What's that, April? Oh, Video Music Box.
Yeah. We had an hour and 47. So we've been running pretty good.
Where Aaron at?
He's there.
Oh,
it's been a very enlightening show. I want to give a special thanks to my panel, DCR, Sister J, my brother D Pugh, Coop, and my man DJ Wide Body.
Sir.
Catch us tomorrow at 1 on Straight Up Podcast. Come through and support. For everybody in the chat, please go to YouTube and hit the like button and subscribe and hit the bell and all that jazz and share. Please do that. So
share,
we can
share.
try to affect the algorithm somewhat. But yeah, please do. I enjoyed the show so much. I knew it was going to be a good show because whenever we get certain elements together, it just we just do well together. But I wish everybody the best. Be safe and continue to enjoy the 90s as we. The
90s, the
90s. Might be the next.
He caught up.
That might be the next one.
Yeah, that could be the next one. We could do the 90s.
Yeah. 90s would be nice too. 90s. Yeah. 90s is definitely. 90s was just as good as the 80s. It was like a reform of the 80s. Really, it was continuing to be great.
Yeah, we'll have to do the 90s. We'll have to do the 90s because the 90s is definitely has distinctive differences from the 80s.
Yeah.
With the baggy ass clothes but
still good.
Still
great.
And the hip hop and all that. But yeah.
But we was growing up, we was getting older, so
the 90s had the best cars. The best, they had the best Japanese cars. The 90s.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but on that note, everybody take it easy and be safe and like I said, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see y'all on the flip side.